guys, so in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to achieve this look. It is the look I did in my first video. It's just a nice bronzy gold shimmery eyeshadow look, and if you want to see how to do it, keep watching. Okay, so for my base when I'm doing my eyeshadow, I like to go in with the Ploies base Rumour 2. I love this because I just think it makes your eyeshadow really stick to your eye, and it just gives it that really nice look. So I pop it on my hand, on the back of my hand first, just like that, and I get my Doll Beauty brush and I just dip it in, and then I just like to cover my whole eye with it. So I'm just going to do that. So it is really nice and laid down. So just like to tap it in a bit, but make sure you get it all over, and I go just a bit onto the side of my face, like so. Okay, so when I lie it all down, I then like to go in with my Peaches and Cream PC18 brush, and just like to kind of just pat it on and get it really nice and smooth, ready for the eyeshadow going on. Okay, so that is all laid down, so I'm just going to do the other eye now. I did do my eyebrows before I came on, just because I do tint my eyebrows like I've said in previous videos, so nothing really needs doing to them. I literally just fill in the bits where the tint hasn't stick to my skin. And I do like to prime my lids with the Pore Fessional from Benefit. I love it, and I also do that for my full face as well. Right, okay, so now that all my base is done, I'm going to go in with the colours. I am doing a look from my first ever video, which is literally my go-to look. I think it's quite simple to do, just because there's only a few steps in it, so you're not really doing a lot. So first I'm going to be alternating between two of my palettes, because I did get the bright palette from Beauty Bay, which I'm really excited to use. I'll show you what it looks like. So it looks like this. It's amazing. The colours in it are just so cute. I can't wait to use it. If anyone has any makeup requests that they want me to do with it, because there are quite a few different ranges of colours in there, so I could really do anything. So firstly, and I'm also going to go in with my Orgy palette, so let me just find the right brush. So I'm going to go in first off with a kind of a light brown colour just in my crease. So I'll use the Doll Beauty 5 brush, looks like this, and I'm going to go in with, from the Beauty Bay palette, the bright one, it's called Bare Necessity. Okay, so I'm just going to get a bit on my brush, just like that. Okay, now I haven't used this before, and I don't like to go in heavy straight away. I do like to keep dipping in, because there's nothing worse than doing too much and then it's just like irreversible. So I'm just gonna go in my crease. It's coming along nicely. It's not, I don't really want for my crease like a really dark colour just yet. I like to build it up. So yeah, it's cute. It's a nice colour. It's not too dark either, and I don't really want to be, yeah, that's nice. I don't really want to be going too dark just yet. I'm also just going to dip into the shade Top from the Orgy palette, and I'm just going to pop a bit of that in there as well to start. Yeah, that's cute. So this is literally my go-to look. Personally, I think it looks good like for an evening, if you're going to go out, or even if you're just going anywhere casual and you want to do your makeup. I think it looks amazing. Okay. So, and then you're just going to keep building that up. I always tap off the excess on my mirror just like that, just so it's not going to go on too heavy. So yeah, you're just kind of building it up. With eyeshadow, if you really want it to look good, it is a process. I know when I first started doing it when I was younger, I used to be like confused why my makeup weren't looking good. Obviously I've improved now, but I used to be really confused as to why it wasn't looking good. But it's because it is a process. I just used to put it on and think that was good, but it's not. You have to build it up. So I'm then gonna go in with my Doll Beauty 6 brush just to feather the edges a bit, just so they don't look blocky, and so they're feathered out nicely like that. And then I'm going to do the same on the other eye. Okay, so I'm now going to deepen that with a shade from the Peaches and Pop Tarts palette, which is Cookie. So I'm just going to get a bit of that on my brush and just tap off, and then I'm just going to start at the outer corner placing it on. Like I said again, you don't want to go in too dark too soon, so I'm just going to keep building it up. And you're just going to move throughout your crease to the inner corner. And it will look a bit, it's obviously not blended at the moment, but we will get there. You literally just have to trust the process. Okay, so I've got a look now, and all I need to do now is just blend it in. So I'm going to do the other eye, and you just again I always start from, like, I always work out in out kind of way. I know it's weird, but it's just the way I work. So then you're gonna do the same on the other side, like so. I love this look. I just think it's so easy to do, whether you're a pro or a beginner. It's really easy to do because there's not a lot of steps in it. And I feel like once you master a look like this, then you can adapt it to different colours and do different things with it. Okay. So this is what I've got now, and then you're just literally going to go back in with the first shades you used and just start to blend it all together. So again, I'm going to go in with my shades from the Bright palette and the Orgy palette. You're just going to blend them together like so. Yeah, blending together already. If anyone has any makeup looks that they want me to try out, I'm always open to that. I literally love makeup. It's like my go-to. I feel like it just cheers you up. Do you know, if you're having a bad day, put a bit of makeup on and then you just feel 10 times better. And it also, I love how it makes people confident. Like, some people are proper against people wearing like loads of makeup, and I don't know why. Like, it makes me feel really good about myself. Okay, so you're just gonna keep blending like so. And then I'm going to go back in with a clean brush, and I might just put a bit of like a really, really warm shade on. Really, really light shade. Tap it off and just blend out the edges, just so they don't look nasty. Nothing worse than having an eye look and it's just so blocky, like nothing's blended. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back in with my other brush. I always feel like one eye goes really good and then the other, it goes good but not as good. And it's so annoying, but you just got to work with it. Okay. So, now that I'm all blended, this is like my last, well no, not my last step, but my last step on my lids, and then I'm going to do my under eyes. But I'm going to go in with a glitter, and it's a gold glitter. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm literally just going to carve out my crease with my Ploies base, and then I'm going to apply my glitter. Okay, so I am going for the halo eye look. So like I said, you just want to be starting at the bottom. You don't want to be covering the full lid in base. And always remember that if you do too much or you mess up, you can go in with the shades that you've done on your lid from the sides. That is what we're going to be doing anyway, just so it doesn't look like glitter and then eyeshadow, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'll show you one eye first on camera and then I'll do the other off. So you're going to go back in with your darker shades, and I use Cookie from the Peaches and Pop Tart palette, and then you're just going to kind of bring the shades in like so they're like diagonal, and then I like I said, I like to build it up. So now I'm going to go in with my glitter, and because you've got the base it will be sticky, so I'm just going to go in with my glitter now. I always like to do my eyes first, just because if you get any fallout or anything you can wipe it off your face, whereas if you put foundation on you can get it off, but it's a lot harder, I think. Now whenever you're doing a makeup look, it always looks better when you do apply your lashes, so don't worry if you think, oh I hate it or something, because I get like that sometimes. I'm like, no I don't like it, and then I put my lashes on and then I feel 10 times better. Lashes really do make everything better. Okay, so I'm just going to apply a bit more glitter. Okay, and I'm just going to do the other eye off camera. Okay, so I finished my other eye and I applied my lashes off camera because they really stress me out, lashes, sometimes if they don't go on right. So I thought I'd better off doing them off camera. So I'm going to go in now with my Professional by Benefit, and I'm just going to apply that all over my face. Okay, so I just like to dab it on, just like so. I put this on my neck as well because I do put foundation on my neck, and then I'm just gonna start applying it. It feels really nice, this one, and I love how my makeup goes on with it. Okay, and then just do my forehead. I told, like, literally, now that I've got lashes on, my eyes look so much better than they do when you just, well, have nothing on really. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my foundation. So I just like to get it on my brush, which I'm using a Real Technique brush, and then I'm just going to apply it all over. So I like to dab it in because if you start brushing it in swabs, it's not going to go on as nice. And I also like to cover my ear just so everything looks the same. I do use the Nars foundation. I used to use the MAC one. I did like it, but I do prefer Nars a million percent compared to MAC. So I just like to go in like this. Okay, so you can tell already it's already making my skin look a lot better, and the primer does help as well. I don't go too close to my eyes just because I am going to be putting concealer on. Okay, so nearly done. And I'm just gonna go, I have cleaned my brushes in between when I've paused to like stick my lashes on. So then I just take my brush and I'm just gonna get foundation and just put it there and then on my neck, just so I can blend it out better. I always like to go just not a lot darker, but a bit darker, just so I look like I've got a bit of colour to me, because I think I'm quite pale without tan on, and because we're in lockdown and we're not going anywhere, I haven't really been tanning because there's nothing to tan for. So I'm just going to go in with my beauty blender now, just around my eyebrows, because there's nothing worse than having a line where your eyebrows are. And I'm starting to get foundation lips, which I absolutely hate. Okay. Okay. Okay, so it's all blended on my neck, around my eyebrows, hairline, everywhere is blended. Okay, so next I'm going in with concealer, and I go in with the 24-hour MAC Studio Fix. So I'm just going to apply this. Now I have seen a lot recently on TikTok and on Instagram and on different things that you shouldn't really do the triangle eye, and I actually agree with this. I prefer doing it in the corner of my eye and down the nose a bit, and then up here like that. I don't really like doing the triangle eye just because, like everyone says, it does highlight the wrong points of your face, so I prefer to do it this way. And then I also go a bit down my nose, keep his bow on the chin, like so. And then I'm going to get my beauty blender and just start blending. I love how concealer makes you look. I haven't done my under eyes yet because I like to put my foundation on, because I don't want to have like a line around my under eye eyeshadow. Okay, and then you do the same on the other side. Okay, so that is all blended. Now I like to go in with the Beauty Bakery baking powder. Now I've used this probably for over a year, and I swear by it. Like, I literally wouldn't use anything else. And I like to get it on my sponge. I do use a damp sponge because I feel like it goes into your skin better. And I just apply it where my eyeshadow is, so I get a line. And then in the corner of my eyes, down the side of my nose, like so. And I like to leave mine just to sit for a little while. And then I don't want to do what I've done with my under eye on my chin. I just like to get a bit on my brush and just dab it in. And on my cupid's bow, my nose. And then just a bit where your smile lines are, because I do not like it when my makeup starts to crack. Okay, now I'm just going to let that sit for a while, and I'm going to start with my bronzer. So I use my Doll Beauty 2 brush, and I use the MAC bronzer in the shade Dark Tan. Now, when I buy my products, I buy them, and I know this is really silly, but I buy them based on the fact that I wear tan, which is not always the case. So I need to stop doing that, really. But so I just get a little bit on my brush. Again, you don't want to go in heavy straight away. You want to build it up. So I like to just move my hair out of the way, and I like to pat it on. I don't like to start rubbing it, because then it looks muddy. If you know what that means, like it looks horrible. So I just like to pat on like so. And then I like to take it up. Now, as I just said, I don't want anyone to be confused. When I said like do that, that's not what I'm doing here. I'm just flicking it up to make sure that it's all blended. If you ever do get like a patch of bronzer and you're like, oh my god, it's just blocky or whatever, I like to go in with my setting powder and veil over it, and it kind of loosens it a bit. And again, you're just going to tap on your forehead. And I feel like it just gives you such a nice shape to your face. I really feel like it shapes your face, bronzer. I'm not really a fan of cream contours, and I think that's because I had probably a bad experience with a cream contour palette when I was like a few years ago when I was younger, and whether it's just put me off and I'm like, no, I'm not into it, I don't know. I might try it again, but I just love how bronzers look, you know, without all the cream contour. So I also like to do my nose as well. So we haven't gone too heavy, I'll go into the light a bit. And on the other side, this side is my worst side, just because sometimes when I'm doing it I get that patch there, and it's normally around here, and it's always on this side. It drives me crazy. I also like to do my jawline, just really feather it. I don't like to do too much. Okay, and then nose. So I just like to, I feel like cream contour is good for the nose. I actually don't mind my nose. I don't like a lot of things about myself, but my nose, I don't mind it. I know that sounds so bad. But yeah. I'm not into blush. I know it sounds weird, but I'm not into a lot of stuff really, am I? But I've just gone in there with a bit of baking powder just to veil it out a bit so it doesn't look that harsh. Okay, so yeah, I'm not really a fan of blushes, just because I don't like that look on myself. On other people I think it looks amazing, but the fact of having like pink cheeks or rosy, no, I'm not into it. I mean, I'm just going back in now with my beauty blender just to press that powder into my skin. And when I'm doing this, I do like to have a wet sponge. Well, not a wet, but a damp sponge. And on the other eye. Yeah, so I'm not into blushes. Okay, so now that that is done, I like to go in with my highlight. Then I'm going to do my under eyes. Okay, so I love the Doll Light Duo it's horrible because I have used it loads. So I just again tap it off, start on my nose, just like so. I do like to go up my nose a bit as well, and then cheekbones just above where the bronzer is. Now I love looking shiny. Some people don't, and that's fine. You just don't put as much on, whereas I love it. I also do my Cupid's bow, just like so. And then I like to take a little brush. So I just take my Morphe brush, dip it into the highlight and just do my brow bone. Just like so, just to give it a little glow. And then I also love doing the inner corners. I know some people are really against that, but I love it, so we're gonna do it. And when I do the inner corners, I'm not going absolutely crazy, so I'm blinding you. I'm literally just doing little dots. Okay, so now I'm going to do my under eye, and then you're literally just going in with the 2 shades that you've done on your upper lid. So for me that is Cookie out of the Doll Beauty, and I go in with that first, and I'm just gonna swipe under. Now I don't like looking like I've got loads of eyeshadow on my under eye. I just like to look like I've got a bit. So when I'm doing the first shade, I just go very, very lightly in, and I don't drag it down my face too much. I also don't use eyeliner a lot. I literally don't use anything, do I? Like, just because I have got very, very sensitive eyes. So whenever like I'm having my lashes done, like individuals, eyeliner, anything to do with my eyes, I literally cry. I cannot stop myself. Not because I'm sad or anything, just because I literally can't help it. They're so sensitive, it's actually a joke. When I was younger, I was very sensitive to the light outside, and if it were like, I don't know if this is a normal thing, but when it were like really, really sunny, it's not that I was looking at the sun, I just couldn't look up without my eyes just watering, and then I couldn't stop myself crying. So I had to like either cover my eyes so I was in a dark place, and they just wouldn't stop. So I do wear glasses now. I try to avoid it as much as possible, but for driving at anything I do have to wear them because my eyesight for my age is terrible. Like, I literally, when people are like, can you read that, and it can literally be like in front of me, I'll be like, no, my eyes are so bad. Which I feel like a lot of people's are. Like, people I speak to, they're like, oh, I've got bad eyes. So yeah, so I went in with the lightest shade from the Orgy palette, and now I'm just going to put a bit of mascara on my bottom lashes. Like so. Oh, I love doing makeup, it makes me feel so good. I'm really happy as well that I have started to do YouTube, just because like I said, I wanted to do it for ages. So now that I'm doing it, I'm really happy just so I can get everyone to like see like different makeup looks, different things, Q&As, and just like getting to know me and stuff. So I'm going to do my lips now, and I'm going with the lip liner from Barry M, and it's Rose. It does look really bad. I've used it a lot. It's literally like the only one I use, because I do nude lips a lot. So I just like to line it. I always feel like I've missed something as well when I'm doing videos or anything. I'm like, what have I missed? So if I have missed anything, please do tell me, but I don't think I have. I mean, we'll see when I watch it back. Okay. Okay, so they're lined and I'm just going to do a nude lip, my go-to. So I like this shade from Morphe and it is called Taunt and it is one of the matte ones. So I'm just going to apply that. It's not as nude as I'd normally go, like I like quite a browny nude, but this will do. Okay. Sorry about that. If you can hear the dog next door, it barks when it goes outside, bless it. But it is literally boiling today, so my window is open. Okay. And then I'm gonna go in. Sorry, I didn't even tell you I just started. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this, aren't I? I'm gonna go in with my Peaches and Cream lip gloss in the shade Cherub. I love these lip glosses. So, and then I just like to blend that in. I know I'm doing it with an eyeshadow brush, but it does the job, so. And then I'm just kind of rubbing that in, like so. Okay, and then I'm literally all done. I'm just going to put some setting spray on to set my makeup. Do need a new one. I do normally use like either a Morphe one, a Jeffree Star one, a MAC one, but at the moment I've only got a collection one because obviously nowhere's open. And I don't like buying makeup online unless I really have to. Makeup, like eyeshadow palettes, I don't mind, but if it's anything to do with the shade or even a makeup spray, I like to go in store. So I'm just going to close my eyes and spray. I love putting a lot on. And that is it. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope that you've got some good tips and that if you try this out it is successful for you. It is my go-to, like I've said, and I feel like it is a really good look for beginners if you want to get started. So if you've got any ideas of any looks you want me to do with the bright palette, I would very much appreciate that because sometimes my brain doesn't work and I can't think of anything. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Bye guys.